Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Drake, here, the review back again with another video. And I gotta tell you guys about this because this came up coincidentally, and I wasn't even planning on doing this, but this is one of those in the moment type of videos. So recently, I was just looking out for tickets for the Monkey this weekend, and I feel like, yeah, I might as well just try to get my tickets now. And also the fact that everybody's hyped up on this movie, I might as well get on the right train right now. I was looking at the upcoming movies when I looked at the schedule, and I saw there was a movie called I Heart Mickey, and I was like, is this like Mickey Mouse or is this something else I feel like I shouldn't even know about? Once I clicked into it, I'm like, oh, this is another Mickey Mouse horror movie, which is funny because we have Screamboat that's coming out in April now with David Howard Thornton as Mickey Mouse. And it's funny because when I first saw his photo as Mickey, I feel like, that's a choice because he looks like himself in a green screen room. But the funny thing about it is that they actually made him tiny. Like looking at the background of this thing, you see that the whole staircase and the chair is all hiding up, and then you see him holding a tiny ass rod. I was thinking that's a choice, but also not the thing I expected because they did show trailers before Terrifier 3. And before I saw Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, they showed another trailer for this movie, which, lucky enough, I got some footage on the channel below. I saw the way he looked in that trailer and I was like, okay, they're making it work, but then again, it doesn't look like the photo where I feel like, okay, they kind of fixed it up and touched it up in between the movie. So I feel like, okay, pictures are worth 1,000 words, but videos are worth 1,000 pictures. So hopefully enough, he does look good in it. This is not one of those movies. And then again, I can feel like it's kind of funny that I'm finding out about this a week ahead of time because I feel like, okay, so we got this movie coming up, but also there's this other surprise movie where I feel like, is there even a trailer for it? And funny enough, I did see that there is a trailer for it. I haven't even taken a piece of what this movie looks like yet because I feel like, okay, it's gonna be doing that whole thing like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 did, where it was like, oh, it's guys in masks dressed up like these characters. But then again, I feel like these Mickey Mouse horror movies, I don't even know if they're gonna be going creative on this one. It looks like a Valentine's Day movie since they're doing the whole heart thing. I feel like it is kind of past Valentine's Day. We did have Heart Eyes. I don't know if it's gonna be one of those, oh, we have the property, so we can just do whatever we want with it, or they could try to do a creative spin on it. So hopefully enough this public domain aspect of it doesn't do well because I feel like, yeah, everybody can feel like they have public domain access to characters, but then again, once in a while you feel like, okay, there's some we feel like we have creative ideas for, like the guys who are doing Terrifier. I feel like they got know what they're doing with Screamboat. I don't know these guys, so I feel like I don't have anything to actually compare them to. But then again, it's funny because I did hear that they did announce a Popeye horror movie, which I feel like I don't get it, but I feel like that is kind of pushing it. Monologue out of the way, let's get to the video.
Rule number one, always follow the best story.
And the haunting of Steamboat Willie is by far the best story. Yeah.
So this is one of
I
those
mean,
cheap
if
ones.
something really evil is actually there, then I don't know, maybe we shouldn't disturb it.
They got mini and the short too.
If it really is Willie, or the spirit of Willie, or
Wait,
whatever,
what?
then his age wouldn't matter.
What do you mean?
Pure evil never dies.
Kind of giving a little bit of Texas Chainsaw. Oh. The hell is that? That was just random. Yeah, the sound was cut off on that. No, that's a good shot. I'm not gonna lie. With the blood. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. Based on what that trailer showed, something tells me it's not gonna be good. But then again, hopefully it's one of those guilty pleasure movies where I feel like hopefully it's bad, but then again, there's some still good entertainment coming out of it. I don't know. Public domain stuff lately has me thinking, okay, hopefully they could try to interpret this in a way where I feel like, okay, it's taken upon little pieces of information we know from the stories, but then again, it's Mickey Mouse, and I feel like, okay, they're basing this on the whole Steamboat Willie thing where I feel like This is the one where I feel like it's just a killer in the woods, but they wanted to put a mask on it. Like some sequences in here look like Texas Chainsaw. The fact that there are these guys on a road trip, and the fact that they stumble upon a cabin. I feel like there's this one guy out there that they didn't even know was supposed to be there. That end shot with, I think it's the main girl. I don't even know if it is the main girl with her in blood. I'm like, that's a good cinematic horror shot where I'm like, that's final good material. But then again, I feel like hopefully the movie is good in a bad way because I feel like this looks student filmed, but I'm not sure if it's in a way where it's like, oh, we can use Mickey Mouse, and oh, it's public domain. We can use that and actually do some horror elements to it. Some of these don't go creative with the way I actually feel like they can do because I feel like, look at the Terrifier guys, where with uh I guess I could say it, but I'm not sure if it is, but it kind of doesn't count. Like with the Grinch, all Dr. Seuss characters aren't even public domain yet, but they actually used a way where it's like, oh, this is a parody, so we can actually make fun of it, but also the fact that we can actually use the character but not reference the character in a way. With Mickey Mouse, it's like, okay, we're using Steamboat Willie, and they're actually using the fact that it's based on a boat, and we're actually following the characters on the boat that Steamboat Willie actually lived through. That's creative enough, and at least it's using the source material to its element. Same thing with the Winnie the Pooh guys, because those guys, I feel like, yeah, they know what they're doing, and I feel like since the first movie, they knew what they wanted to do, just that they didn't have that much of a budget. But with the second movie and the fact that they got Peter Pan out, I'm like, I get what you guys want to do, but then again, I feel like there's still some improvements I feel like you have to do before you go into the big Poohverse crossover. Am I still checking this movie out? I kind of am because if I think about it, it comes out like a day after my birthday, and I feel like I kind of want to do see what this looks like because it's not like I was gonna stumble onto this by accident. Because I feel like if I didn't look at what movies were coming out and technically speaking the schedule of next week, I wasn't gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna go check this out." But when I saw that this is also on my radar, I'm like, I might as well go check it out. At least give something for the channel. And the fact that they did kind of say it's one night only tells me this could be bad. But then again, it could be guilty pleasure bad. But then again, I feel like, yeah, movies are subjective, and I kind of like trash once in a while. So get used to it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All my social media is down in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.